All of you, welcome back once again. So in this video, I'll give you a very important about the RPC endpoint, which we have used in all of our project. Recently, it got latest update. So that's what I'm going to talk about it. And what are the changes you have to do in the project if you have your existing dApp or if you are building any one of the project. It's a very minor changes. So what I will do, you can see you can come back to the blockchain coder, go back to the source code section, and there you will find all the project we have built. Simply download the starter file and start following the project we have on the channel. Now open a new tab and simply type ANKR, and this one is a powerful platform which we were using for getting the RPC endpoint for different blockchains. So you can simply click on the very first link, and here you will find all the blockchain RPC URL which it provides. So what we were doing earlier, we can simply coming back to this particular platform and we were simply opening the particular network which we want to take it, and we can able to have the API key. But right now they have made the changes in their terms and policy and in the structure of the endpoint which we have to use in the project. So make sure to create your account, because if you create your account, you will have a most number of requests which you can make. And if you don't create your account, you have a limited number of requests which you can make on the endpoint. So if we talk about the Ethereum, because that's what we have used in our projects, you can see it telling me to log in. So let me do that very quickly. I'll click here and let me do my authentication, and it will take few seconds. And finally, once you will do the authentication, you will be having your dashboard and you can able to get your RPC endpoint. So you can see I have opened my Ethereum, and here it will give you a bunch of options. You can go with mainnet, Hostly, Sofali, or Bacon. So most of the project we have used Hostly or Sofali. So if I click on Hostly and if you click on this copy endpoint, it's going to give you this pop-up model, because this was not earlier. Earlier was very simple. We were copying the RPC endpoint and we were using it. But now they have used API key. So you can see it will give you this option, like you can do the configuration based on the WSS endpoint, or you can go with the HTTP protocol request. If you have your application deploy on the mainnet, you can simply copy this one, and that's what you have to import in your context management as well as in your MetaMask. In the same way, if you are going for the test network, Hostly, or any other network, you have to simply copy this one. You can see this is the one endpoint which they have included, and this one is going to be the unique API key for you. You have to use your own API key. If you don't use your own API key, it will not work. That's the point number one. So if I simply copy that one, and if I show you, if I open a new tab and if I show you the endpoint, this is the endpoint how it's going to look. So we'll have the same extension and we're going to add this particular endpoint, and this endpoint will change based on your account which you have created. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. And this is the same thing which you have to provide in all the places in the application. So no matter which project you are following, so we have tons of project on our channel. If you are following the chat application, NFT marketplace, crowdfunding, supply chain management project, we have used Hostly test network. So this is the endpoint which you have to provide. And this is the exact endpoint you have to provide in your MetaMask. So if I come back in my MetaMask and if I do the login, you will find that I have the same endpoint. So right now I'm connected to the mainnet and I will go back to the Hostly. Let me click on this and I can go back to editing. You can see this is the same endpoint I have used, and I have used my RPC endpoint. So you have to use your own endpoint. That's the one thing you have to keep in mind, and everything would be working fine. So this is how you can get your endpoint, because many of you were asking me that for this particular site we're not working because they have changed the structure of the endpoint. So now I hope you have understood that how you can get your endpoint, and all you have to do is to simply get the endpoint for the relevant blockchain, copy the endpoints, and that's what you have to provide in the project, and everything would be working fine. You can able to make the request to the blockchain, you can able to have the data, you can write the data in the contract and perform all the transaction. So currently we are using the free account, but they have also a pricing section as well. So here you will find all the details about the node, that how many requests you can make in the endpoint. So you will find that free is enough, but if you're trying to scale it up and doing marketing, then I would suggest you to take this full service, in that you will have a lot of requests which you can easily able to handle and manage the node and get the data from the blockchain. So this is the few changes they have done in the platform, but you can use the free one, there is no problem. But when you want to scale it up, I would suggest you to considering the pricing plan as well and have the all of this feature, because it will give you more than 50, 70 plus blockchain will be available which you can use it. That's powerful. So come back here. No matter which network you are deploying, go back to the relevant network, open it up. If I want to do the testing on Binance, I can click here on the Binance. I will come back to the section. I can click here and I can copy the testnet, and that's what I can use it. So this is how you have to get your own RPC URL. Like in the project, I have given my RPC URL, but that will not work. You have to create your own API key, and that's what you have to use it. So that's the only thing I want to talk about in this particular video, because this is a very important thing and a lot of you guys were having this little confusion. Most of you were easily doing all of this setup very easily without having any issue, but one or two students were having this issue. So I thought let's make a dedicated video where I can show you how you can include that one. Okay, if you can click here, it will automatically going to add this particular network in your MetaMask. You can add it using this particular platform. So that's the only thing from my end. I would highly encourage you to come back here and build at least 5 projects. Build NFT marketplace, build chat application, decentralized voting app, build Uniswap clone, build the real estate dApp, staking dApp, token creator, chat GTP, ICO dApp. Tons of project we have, and we have some latest project as well. You can check this one. Multi-currency ICO dApp, Solana token creator, hedge fund dApp on the blockchain. So tons of project we have. Check and try to start building. The moment you start building, then you will get understanding that how these applications work and what are the things you have to keep in consider if you want to master blockchain development. You can also check this particular bootcamp we have on the channel where you're going to learn every single technology which you have to know as a blockchain developer to master Web3 ecosystem. Once you will cover all of this technology, you will be ready to start working on any type of project. You will learn all the relevant technology which you have to know as a blockchain developer. So that's the quick update I want to make it in this video, so you guys can simply do the update in the project and you will have everything will be working absolutely fine. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, let me in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.